Okay, good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday and welcome to Up and Moving. I'm Steve Elmer, a college professor in the Department of Kinesiology and Integrative Physiology at Michigan Tech. We're excited for the workout today. A couple of things that you'll need. Give you a minute here to go grab some props. First thing, make sure you have a bottle of water. Next, I have a broom here. If you have a broom, golf club, hockey stick, anything that's long that you can grab onto, go ahead and grab that. We are going to be on the carpet today for a few core things. So if you have access to a carpet, that's great. If not, grab a yoga mat or a towel, a little bit softer surface. We also have a small object that you can use as a weight. Could be a dumbbell. I got a big can here of oatmeal, anything just to hang on to. And then final thing would be just a sturdy chair for some of the movements that we're doing here. So go ahead, take a minute, grab those things, bottle of water, sturdy chair, a broomstick, if you have a towel or yoga mat, and then we'll meet you back here in the middle of the living room for me here, and then we'll get started. So. And just want to welcome everybody joining us on Zoom, joining us on social media, Facebook Live, and if you're watching this afterwards on our YouTube channel, welcome, and we're ready for the workout today. So as people are coming back, I'm going to get started just with some walking in place here, give you an overview of what we're going to be doing today. We'll have a short 5-minute warm-up. We'll go through some legs, some arm movements here to get warmed up, some dynamic stretching. Then we have an aerobic circuit that we're going to do for 10 minutes. We're going to finish up with a core circuit and then a cool down here. So we'll try to make this efficient and get you in and out here about 30 minutes. If I didn't mention, the goal of Up and Moving is to help adults stay active. During the pandemic and beyond, we know that physical activity really is a form of medicine to help promote good physical and mental health, bolster immune function. And the data and the research are showing that it's actually protecting against severe illness from COVID-19. So very important to stay active, not only during the pandemic, but beyond. All right, looks like everybody's back here. Let's go ahead and switch to some arm circles here. Arm circles, forward direction. You can step side to side here. Gonna make the arm circles a little bit bigger. Looks like a beautiful Saturday. Sun's coming in here. If you're joining us in Houghton, Hancock, across the UP, northern Wisconsin. I know we have some viewers tuning in from Texas, Delaware, all over. So again, happy Saturday. Let's go ahead and reverse those arm circles. Go in the backwards direction. And then make those a little bigger and a little bigger. As always, anytime you need to walk around, survey the real estate, so to speak here, go right ahead. Okay, we're going to move from our arms to our legs and our hips. So I'm going to stand on my feet with about hip width apart here. I'm going to take my right leg, turn it out a little bit, bring it up and in. So bring it out, in. Lifting it up. Just doing some hip motion here. Going to do the other side here. Now we're just going to kind of go back and forth. Opening and closing the gate here. Okay, let's go ahead and reverse the direction on this. Going to start with my right leg, lift it up, and bring it back. Same thing with the left. Bringing it up. When you do these, you can judge how high you want to lift up that leg. If you get any clicking or self-adjusting or sometimes you get a little popping, not in a bad way, but just do whatever range of motion you can here. Even small things like this work. And then let's go ahead and reverse the direction one more time. So kind of closing it back up here. Last couple. Okay, let's go ahead and shake out our arms, shake out our legs here. Next, we're going to do some knee hugs. Give you the side view here. Just going to grab my knee. Hold it for a second. These can be just little touches, or if you're really got some flexibility, you can really bring it up to the chest. Kind of go back and forth. Do a few more movements here to get warmed up, and then we'll get into our aerobic workout for today. All right. Next, we're going to go to a little quad stretch here. Give you the side view. Going to reach back up. I'm standing on my right leg. Just going to reach, see if I can grab my shoe. Put my arm up. Just kind of go back and forth. Give you a little pro tip here. It's a little hard to reach all the way back and grab. You can grab the heel of your shoe. Put that arm up. If a little balance is tricky here, hang on to the wall. So find what works best for you. Kind of a theme with our workout here. We're trying to adapt the workout to your ability. So if I show you something, I'll try to give you a more basic version, a little bit more advanced, so that we can challenge everyone here today. Okay, next, we're going to go from side to side here. So I'm just going to step out, feet are past shoulder width apart. Just going to do a little kind of rocking from side to side. I like to put my hands on my knees here. You can put them up on your upper part of the legs. Want a little bit more advanced, you can go a little wider. Really kind of lean over. Feel a little stretch in the inside of that leg. A good stretch. And find what position works well for you. Couple more here. Let's go ahead and going to go to an up and moving special here. These are called zombie kicks. Put your arms straight out. Just going to raise our legs here. And depending on the flexibility that you have, you might be able to bring those legs way up. Somewhere down here, that's okay too. One of our lead graduate students, Isaac, I think invented this term, zombie kicks. So should be feeling a little stretch in the back of the leg here. Again, part of the warm-up, we're just trying to get warmed up. Some light stretching here. We'll get our heart rate going, and then we are ready to jump into the workout. Okay, last one here. I'm going to do just some walking in place. I should say jogging here. I'm going to walk, switch to a jog. And I'm going to go just a tiny bit faster here. Another important message today is that if you start with a movement, you're going a little faster, a little harder, but if you need to slow back down, that's okay too. We're doing home-based exercise. It's kind of guided with me, but you'll need to check in and see how you're feeling. So I'm going to pick it back up here. I'm going to go for 15 more seconds, and I'm really going to drive my arms, bring my knees up just a little higher. Almost like a sprint here. We'll count it down here in 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Shake out those arms, shake out those legs. If you need a drink of water, go ahead and grab one. Give you a quick little break to reset here, and then we'll get into our routine. If you are just happening to join us, a couple things that you'll need: a broomstick, hockey stick, golf club, anything that's a little longer, a sturdy chair. We are going to be on the carpet here, so if you're on tile or a different harder surface, grab a towel. a yoga mat, and then the final thing is just something to hang on to. Could be a small weight, could be a jar of peanut butter, soup can, anything. So I'm feeling a little warmed up. I don't know about you. Breathing a little harder. I got a little sweat going on. The sun's coming in here. It looks like a beautiful Saturday morning. It is a beautiful Saturday morning. So we're going to get started with our main part of the workout here in about 15 seconds. We're going to start with moving side to side. You'll have to follow me here. And we're going to do a little 10-minute circuit here, and then we'll take a break after 10 minutes. So we'll have to pace ourselves. So we're going to go 3, 2, 1. Just going to do side to side here. Side to side shuffling. Give you the side view here for coming up. Each of these movements, we're going to go through 10 movements here. Each one will be 1 minute. So we'll mix it up, have some variety. Just remember to pace yourself. Our goal is to get our heart rate beating a little faster, breathing a little harder. You want to get a little lower, put those hands up. This is make it a little bit more challenging here. Another way to make this more challenging is a little faster. You pick what works best for you. Okay, 5 more seconds. We're going to mix it up. Okay, we're going to go ahead and raise our arms up here. Going to take my right elbow and my left knee. Going to try to touch them here. Involve our arms and our legs. And if you can touch these, I can almost. That's great. If you need a little bit more modification here, bringing the knee up. Do the best you can here. Keep those hands nice and tall. For the next exercise, we're going to need our broom. Got about 5 more seconds here. You can make these go a little faster again if you're looking for a little bit more advanced. So 3, 2, 1. Grab that broom. We're going to do a little stand-up paddle boarding here. So just want you to take this, grab it like you, I'm going to go on my left side first, but give you this side view here. Just going to grab the broom. I'm going to reach ahead. I'm not going to pull it in with my arms, but I'm going to do more of a core motion, a little crunch here. So I'm just kind of moving the stick back and really using my stomach and my abs. So I'm not doing this, but I'm sort of moving that broom with a little bit of a crunch or a little bit of a twist. You can do the left side and then do the right side. So if you're on the paddle board, you have a nice athletic stance here. You'll be doing this side and then the right side. So it's trying to drive that broomstick or paddle blade or a hockey stick. You're just trying to go from a forward position here to back. You should just feel just a little bit in the stomach. You want to do a couple paddles on each side. Maybe you can do 3 here. 1, 2. You can really reach that broomstick, that hockey stick out. 3. Switch to the other side. 1, 2, 3. I'll let you pick your pace here. Again, we're just trying to avoid doing this. We're really standing nice and tall, nice athletic stance. Reaching out, keeping our arms mostly straight. Really moving here with a twist and a crunch. We'll go for about 15 more seconds. Hopefully this is a little different. And to make this harder, you can reach a little further, go a little faster. 3, 2. And we'll give you the front view here. Let's do a couple more. You can kind of see what we got going on here. Next, we're going to switch to a jog. We'll keep the movements going. All right. Get back in here. Just gonna jog in place. Let's actually start with a walk. Whenever you're ready, you can switch to a jog. So you can join me here, or you can continue to walk it out. Move those arms, move those legs. Lots of different ways to, just like we did in the warm-up, pick up the pace. You can bring those, you want to stay walking here. Lift those knees up. Doing good, everybody. Looking great on Zoom, on the Facebook feed here. Let's go ahead and switch it up here. We're going to do a ski motion. So I'm going to give you the side view here. Nice athletic stance, feet about hip width apart. Go ahead, stick those arms out. Now bring them in. We're holding some ski poles here. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a little crunch and then extend our arms back. So crunch, extend our arms back. And this motion here. We're not doing this, but it's more really coming from the core here. Arms are pushing through. To make this a little bit more dynamic or challenging, come up on those feet a little bit. Come up on those toes. And then the last version, if you can really come up, really use those legs even more. I know we have a long ways to go before we get snow, but it's never too early to start. We're mixing up the sports with paddle boarding, doing some skiing here. On that note, let's switch to some speed skating. Nice athletic stance here. I'm going to go ahead and move side to side. But now I'm going to bring that leg behind just a little bit and do a toe touch. Get a little bit lower. Move my arms. You'll find your arms want to move kind of naturally here. I'll give you my side view here. Doing great. If anytime you need some water, oh, it's getting a little warm here. The air conditioning is turned off just for noise issues. So you can hear me, but if you need a drink, go ahead and grab it at any time. You can hop back in. We're about 4 or 5 minutes, about almost 5 minutes in here to our little 10-minute circuit. We're about halfway. Couple more speed skaters here. You can get lower. Let's do 5 more here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a quick breather. Go ahead and grab that chair and our broomstick. We're going to do a little kayaking here. We're using our legs, using our whole body. Focus a little bit more on the arms here. Sure, you have enough real estate that you don't hit the wall, but I'll meet you on the chair here. Back up a little bit. Okay, find that broomstick, that hockey stick, golf club. Golf club would be a little heavier, but I'm going to grab my item here, my broomstick. I'm going to put my arms straight out. Okay, I'm going to angle this like I'm going to pretend like we're kayaking here. I'm going to do the same thing we did with the paddle boarding. Is I'm going to go ahead and move the paddle through the water, but notice that I'm really going to engage my stomach or my trunk here. So I'm going to move the paddle through the water, rotate, and then do the other side. It's going to simulate kind of a kayaking motion. I'm going to give you a side view here, just to help you a little bit with the technique. Arms straight out. What we're not doing is this. We're not just using our arms. I want you to put paddle straight out, angle it, and then really, for the most part, keep those arms straight. And you're almost, it's more of a twist or a crunch. And then the other side. So if you're doing this, you'll probably feel a little bit in the shoulders just from holding the object up. But you'll feel like you're actually contracting or working in a good way, some of those stomach muscles, especially on the sides. I'll back up here a little bit. arms straight out, angle the paddle, not so much this per se. Once you have it angled, straight out, angled, a little bit of a twist, a crunch. One other thing, we're not doing this, we're keeping a nice, good posture here. Let's go ahead and do this for about 30 seconds. I'll give you just some time to play around with your technique. I find it helps if you put your feet out here in front of you. Next time you're watching TV and you got a commercial coming up, grab that broomstick and do a minute of this, and then maybe sweep the floor and jump back into your favorite TV show. Okay. Hopefully this was a little different. Let's go ahead and jump back and finish up our circuit here with the last few exercises. Or put our brooms down. If you want to sweep the floor a little bit later, go right ahead. Okay, next one that we're doing, we're going to do a 4 square. I'll meet you back here in the living room. 4 squares are pretty fun. We're going to take a couple steps up, a couple steps to the right, a couple steps back, and then repeat. So we're making kind of a square here. It's a good little footwork or agility task. Let's go ahead and do this 30 seconds in the clockwise direction, then we'll go 30 seconds counterclockwise. You're looking for a little bit more modified version, you can just take one step up, one step over, one step back, repeat. Keep those hands out for a good athletic stance here. Pick it up. And you've seen some of our other students on the Zoom sessions here, Facebook sessions, YouTube. I know they can really get up. And let's go ahead and reverse our direction here. So finish up the one you have. Now we're going to go opposite direction. So we're going to go over to the right, up, left, back, repeat. Up, over, back, repeat. If you're just walking too, that's great. Walk through the square motion here. Looking good, everybody here. Keep up the good work. I want to give it a shout out to the folks on Zoom here. Give me a wave. On social media, thumbs up. And if you're watching it on the YouTube, do a little clap here. Okay, last couple. Why don't you finish 2 more here? So if you can, go a little faster. Last one for me here. Okay. Good. We have 2 exercises to go over. We'll take a little break. Next, what I want you to do is go ahead and stand on your left leg, put your arms out, and keep that foot just a little bit off the ground. As a quick little recovery here, all I want you to do is close one eye. Close one eye, stand on the left leg, hands out. And maybe finding your balance is getting a little harder to maintain your balance. If you can, close both eyes. You'll immediately find the balance gets a lot harder. If you need to open an eye, just kind of play around with it here. Wall can help too, with a little support. We're just trying to balance on that leg for about 30 seconds here. Closing one eye makes it harder. If you need it, if that's good enough, stay there. If you need even more of a challenge, close both eyes. Use the wall for support. 5 more seconds here. See if you can hold that out. A little bend in that left leg. And we're going to hop on over to the right leg. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hopping on over to the right leg. Hands out for balance. Close one eye. If you can, if you're good here, stay here. If you close the other eye, it'll start to get harder. You'll see me getting pretty wobbly here. Had to open my eye there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, last one to go. We're going to do some mountain climbers here. So grab that chair if you have it. If you don't, you can use the couch. You can see behind me. You can even do these on the floor. I'll show you that version as well. We'll finish up our circuit here. I'm going to go ahead and position myself off the chair. Nice plank position. Just going to bring my knees up to my chest. We can get started. This is the last exercise of our circuit. Take a water break here. This is one variation you can do. You can also do this on the wall. This is a little hard. You come up here, same thing. Bring your legs up. A more advanced version than the chair. Come down, do a regular plank here. And just bring those knees up to your chest. You can bring them up part of the way. Great. You can bring them up further. More of a challenge. Okay, last 15 seconds here. Hang in there. You're doing great. I'm going to pick up the pace just a little bit because we got a break coming up. I'll count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We're good. Okay. Great work, everybody. If you need a drink, go ahead and grab it. I'm going to take a drink. It's warm outside, warm inside. Next, we're going to move to a little core routine. We did our warm-up, right? We went through our circuit there, kind of nonstop for a good bit of time. I'm going to finish up with a couple of core exercises to work the front and the back. Here. If you're on a harder surface, grab a towel, grab a blanket, a yoga mat, something so it's a little bit easier. I'm on the carpet here in the living room, so I'll meet you on the floor in just a minute. If you do have that weight, object, remote control, jar of peanut butter, anything to hang on to would be good. Sound here. Okay. Okay, meet you on the floor. First one we're going to do is called a dead bug. So I think you've seen these before if you've been on. If not, that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and lay back on my back. I'll just demonstrate really quickly. Bring my knees up. Bring my hands up. And as my left leg goes forward, my right arm is going to go back. I'm just going to alternate between legs here. Right leg is forward, left arm is back. So the arms and legs are just kind of oscillating. If that's a little too hard, you can just do the arms. Keep your feet up. Just move the arms back. That's a more modified variation. You can also keep the arms up and just do the legs. So pick which one works best for you. And then let's jump right into it. We'll go for about 45 seconds here. Dead bugs. You'll be feeling it definitely in those stomach muscles. This is getting pretty challenging. You can switch to just doing the arms. You need to put those feet down. That's okay. You can still do the arms. Hop back in. Finish it out here. Got about 15 seconds to go. Hang in there. I'll take a quick break. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and break. Nice work. we will flip over. We're going to do some Superman or Superwoman's here. Give you a second to catch your breath. I'll demonstrate with these. So for these, I'm going to lie prone here on my stomach. I'm going to put my arms and legs apart. Give you a little bit more of a side view here. Kind of like you're flying through the air. When you Wonder Woman or Superwoman or Superman, come out like this. If you can hold it like this, great. You can hold it for a few seconds. We can rest, bring them back up. Go ahead and get in position. We're going to start here in a couple of seconds. And here we go. So go ahead and lift up. If you can hold it for a few seconds, if you need to let it down, and then jump right back up with us. I'll alternate here between the movement and a quick rest. For those looking for a little bit more challenge, keep those arms up. We're going to go for about another 20 seconds here. So I'm going to hold this one out here. Last 12 seconds here. You're flying through there. Wiggle those feet and those arms. You're kind of flying around. Maybe you're Batman or Spider-Man here. Moving through the air. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Woo. Great work, everybody. I'm going to give you just a little break here. If you need water, I know it's warm out. Go ahead and grab a drink. If you're with me here, there's a good little stretch you can do. Oh, Cobra here. You just kind of put your arms out in front and lift up. Down here, kind of lift up. Another variation of this stretch is a Sphinx or a ferret here, kind of resting on your elbows. Just hang out here for a second. We've got 2 more exercises to go, and then we're done for today. We'll wrap up with our cool down. While folks are getting a drink of water here, we're kind of resetting. We're going to do some ankle touches here. I'll show you what that is while you're stretching here. These are fun. I want to give credit to Jamie, one of our graduate student leaders, for highlighting this exercise. So I'm going to be down here. I'm going to take my right arm. Just going to reach up and see if I can touch that right ankle. Take that left arm, reach up and touch that left ankle. Now, if you can't get all the way, remember you can bring your feet in a little bit. We're just looking for a little touch or a little tap. Okay? To make these a little harder, put those feet out a little further away. And you'll have to, you can see, you have to come up a little bit more. So go ahead, flip over. Just find what variation you want to start with. And we'll get going in about 5 seconds. Ankle touches here. You can definitely feel it on the side. Okay, here we go. Let's start with our ankle touches. 3, 2, 1. Right arm to that right ankle. Left ankle. Right ankle. Left. Right. Feel free to tweak the position of your feet. If you can't quite reach that ankle, bring them a little closer. That's a little too easy. Maybe you got long arms. Put them out a little further. Keep it going, everybody. Let's do 10 more seconds here, and I will take a break of 10, 9, 8, 7, hang in there, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.5, 1, and 0. Rest. Hang out there for a second. While you're resting and recuperating, we got 1 more to go. This is going to be a Russian twist here. I'll demonstrate while you're getting ready here. Grab that object. It can be light, a candle, remote control. I got my oatmeal here. I'm going to bring my legs up and show you the basic version first. Just going to take that object. I'm going to start on my right, and I'm just going to lightly touch it on the floor to the left and back. Okay. To make this a little bit harder, you can bring those legs Bring them up off the ground, suspend them off the ground. I'm going to do that twist. Back and forth. Okay. We'll take a second here, just get the motion down. We're going to start in about 10 seconds. You can always start, with your legs on the floor here, and then you can lift them up to make it harder. This is our last exercise. We're going to burn it out, so to speak, after this. No more core, no more aerobic exercise. So give me a thumbs up, give me a head nod, virtual high five. Okay, here we go. Let's do our Russian twist. 3, 2, 1. Going from side to side here. Side to side. Need a little challenge, bring those up. Doing great. Last 15 seconds here. If you can, if you're looking for more, you can go a little faster. I'm just hanging on here. Count you down here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good job. We will finish up here. Grab a drink if you need it. Finish up with some light stretching. We'll hang out on the floor here and finish up. Everybody's doing an awesome job here on this great Saturday morning. I'm going to switch back into that cobra or that ferret position. Just kind of coming down on my elbows like this. And if you want to go a little bit more stretch, you come up. Again, we'll be on the floor here for the cool down. So if you need that towel or softer surface, carpet, yoga mat, just something to take care of your knees and knuckles and everything. Nice little stretch here. Next, we're going to move into a child's pose. So I'm going to come up to a tabletop position here. And I'm just going to kind of sit back. Put my head down. You feel a little stretch in your arms. If you can't come all the way back on your knees, I know we've got some folks that had some knee and hip joint replacement surgery. Just come back a little bit. You can put those arms out. You don't have to sit all the way back on your knees, but you get a nice little stretch here. Put that head down. Take some deep breaths. Okay, meet you back at the center in the living room here. Next, we're going to do a hamstring stretch. Give you a side view here. Hands up here. I'm just going to go ahead and reach with both arms to my right leg. Just going to hold this for a little bit. I'm going to give you a little pro tip with the towel here. Sometimes people struggle with this stretch. If you take a towel, you can experiment with this at home. Just wrap it around your foot. You can lean into it and you're not quite stretching with your arms, but really using the leverage of the towel to help stretch that leg. I actually like this one a little bit better. You feel a little higher up in the back of the leg. So a couple different ways to do this. You can also do this standing. Get a good little stretch here. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Move over to that left leg. Again, for folks maybe looking to target this just a little bit differently, you can wrap that towel around that left leg. Just kind of lean into it a little bit and really feel that stretch. Okay, go ahead and switch muscle groups here. Get back to the center here. I'm going to lean over to my left, and I'm just going to reach back with my right leg and do a little a leg stretch, upper part of the leg here. If I can grab my heel and bring it to my butt, that's great. If you can't quite grab that, just grab the back of your shoe and pull it as much as you can. So I'm kind of leaning over just a little bit to my left while I'm stretching my right leg. Many times we do this standing. You should feel stretched upper part of the leg here. You might even feel a little bit in the hip here as we bring it back. See if I can give you a little bit more of a side view here. Trying to give you a few things today that you might be able to do if you're watching TV or with family, just right kind of hanging out in the living room. Seated, standing, kayaking, paddleboarding, sweeping the floor. It all counts as physical activity. So go ahead and switch sides. And kind of lean over on that right. You'll find this is the basic version here. If you bring that leg, you can see me on the video. I'm bringing it back a little further. After this one, we have just a couple stretches to go, and then we'll sign off. Great working out with you this morning. Really appreciate you guys coming on. A lot of fun. It's also very motivating to see folks all over working out and joining us on the YouTube channel, seeing the number of views that we have and keeping the program going here. Do a little arm shoulder stretch, that right arm up. Go ahead and cross it over. Take the left arm. Kind of side view here, just kind of pull that right arm into my chest. Just kind of reaching across. Just to remind you, we have workouts really 3.5 times each week. I'll just clarify here with Mondays at 5:30 with Carmen. It's more of a strength, a higher intensity workout. 5:30 Eastern, that is. Our next workout is Thursday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Aerobic exercise, agilities, and coordination. That's led by Isaac. I help run the Saturdays. Sometimes we mix it up. You never know what you're going to get on Saturday morning. And then we do have let's go ahead and switch the other arm, left arm, across. Grab it with your right arm. So those are our 3 workouts, but I was also going to add that on Wednesdays at 12 and 12:30, we run a 20-minute session, take a break from work, working at home, working in an office, just to get up and move. You don't need any special equipment or workout gear. It's more just take a break from sitting. So that's at 12 and 12:30 Eastern. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and lace my fingers here, flip them around. Stretch up over my head. Go ahead and reach forward. Keep that head up, keep that chest up. You might be feeling a little stretch in the back of your hamstrings, back of your legs. A little stretch in the arms, the shoulders. Go ahead and bring those back up. Keep those feet a little further apart. Just balance, and you can reach over to your left. Nice little hold here. Hands are above my head. I'm just getting a little side stretch here. And then gonna reach over, go back to center. Reach over to my right. I'm gonna feel this little stretch here, maybe down my shoulder, down my hip. And I got one last bonus stretch for us, and we are done for today. Okay. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take my right leg. I'm going to bend it up. I'm going to cross it over. So I'm bending my right leg. I'm crossing it over. Left arm, I'm just going to put behind me. Right arm, I'm going to put on the inside of my right leg. I know that sounds like a lot. Just going to reach back. You can look back over my shoulder. Just do a little low back twist or stretch. Bring that leg up, cross it over. Left arm, put it behind you. Take that right arm, kind of grab your ankle. Go ahead and do the other side here. Take that left leg, bend it up, cross it over. Let's even do a little knee hug here. Grab that knee. Right arm, and you put back behind you for some support. Take the left arm, kind of reach down and grab your foot. And just kind of twist. Feel this a little bit in kind of the front part of my body, and definitely my low back. Doing a lot of twisting and turning, and put a little stretch here. So as we wrap up here, great work, everybody. Again, we appreciate you joining us Hope to see you next Saturday or any of our workouts next week. You can go to upandmoving.org to find our schedule, to find our workout archive, and all information related to physical activity. So have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next time.